All right, so this is a mount provision on the back of an IFP 6550, and as you can see, that's not a clear shot into the threaded area. So we've got an M8 tap kit with a drill bit, and we're gonna work on that hole a little bit to get it cleaned up. So I'm just gonna work this really slow to clean out that, what looks like debris. There we go. So we got the hole cleaned out. Now we're gonna test the tap. And the tap has got a tapered end. It's a hardened steel, it's got cutting edges, and it's designed to re-thread or to clean up, existing threads that might be damaged. And it's very important to spend the extra money and get this T-handle and not put this on the end of a drill bit, because if you run it in there too fast, you can risk completely damaging the hole. You're just gonna work this very gently. It should have some tension on it, but it should not require a lot of strength to turn it. And as you turn in, you'll see it bring out some metal shavings. So it is actively cleaning up that hole. When you insert it, you should do it kind of loose, and it should, like, as you can see, not require a lot of tension. When you start to get tension, that's when it's going to actively start cutting some threads. So you want to twist maybe a half a turn and then back it up. The reason I do it that way and then pull it back out is it's going to bring the shavings out of that hole. Ideally, you want to have a brush with you. I don't have one, so I have to try to blow all that shrapnel out, but this is an M8 screw. Inspecting the screw, it looks like one of the threads is a little flat. This one looks a little better, so I'm just gonna try to hand tighten this and hand drive it into that hole. All right, so I got a few threads in there, and then it gets a little tight. So I'm gonna take the tap and I'm gonna work it a little bit more. So again, when you start out, you wanna be kind of very gentle with it until you can get a few turns. That way you know that you're not damaging any more threads. And we're just gonna gently turn this, keeping it as straight as possible. So I'm gonna rock it and then back it out. All right. There's some new shavings. All right. Yeah, that hole's looking really good. Now let's try it. Now we got several more threads, and we're pretty much down to the lock washer, so this hole's good to go. I'm gonna try that other screw that looked a little rounded at the end. I don't know if you can see the difference there, but the one on the right has a more of a flat primary thread on the beginning there. We'll try to do that one. That's a little tighter, but still starts to bind up right about there. So if you have a spare one of these, you may want to replace this one. The other half of that tap kit has a part that will actually clean up that front thread, but not too necessary. These are very common, and you can get M8 screws anywhere. But yeah, that's it. That's how you use a tap kit. And just to kind of recap, you're going to use the M8 drill bit that comes with the kit to clean out anything that's apparent in the front of the hole. You can go all the way through with this. It will not impact the ability of the tap to create threads. So once you do that, then you go back with your tap bit with a T-handle, and that's a very slow operation. Don't try to rush it. Make sure that you're cleaning out the hole as you go, and you may have to do 2 or 3 passes to get to the bottom of there. But outside of that, that's a wrap.